Previously, the 40 best home cooks in America came from across the country.
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Seattle, Washington, New Jersey.
Louisiana, California.
To prove themselves to 3 of the food world's biggest names. Culinary legend Gordon Ramsay, America's youngest 4-star chef Graham Elliott, and James Beard award-winning pastry chef and owner of 7 internationally renowned bakeries across North America, new judge Christina Tosi.
Dream big, everyone. You never know where your food dreams might take you.
The most talented cooks in the nation faced off in the culinary battle of their lives. Going head-to-head to win a white apron and earn a place in the MasterChef kitchen. A chance to win $250,000, their own cookbook, and the title of MasterChef.
This is one of the best things that we've had so far.
Yes!
In the end, only the very best made it through.
Mom, I'm gonna be on MasterChef.
Oh my God.
Tonight, they've won their aprons. But for the top 22, it's an all-out war to keep them.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
The pressure rises.
Stop!
And an unexpected twist
2 of you will be leaving the MasterChef kitchen.
shakes up the competition.
You've just sort of crashed to the bottom.
It's a wonderful feeling to be one of the top 22 home cooks of America. Because just like 2 weeks ago, I was on the roof fixing air conditioners. And now I'm where I want to be in the kitchen, cooking for the 3 top chefs of the world. So really, this is my dream come true.
This opportunity is everything to me. I'm a hairdresser from Massachusetts. I'm a single mom. I want to put my shears down and just cook. I want a better future for my family.
I'm from Wisconsin. You know, like, I work on a 1970s gas stove. And the kitchen here is amazing. I've always dreamt or thought about it. I just think it's surreal.
I really want to impress Christina Tosi. Christina's my idol, and she's one of the top cookbook authors. I want to be her. I want that path.
We're on the biggest stage in the culinary world, and Chef Tosi is like the best pastry chef on the face of this earth. This competition has gone to a whole new level.
Welcome! You are the top 22 home cooks across America.
One of you standing here will be America's next MasterChef.
It's time for the world's biggest culinary competition to officially begin.
This is the moment all of us have been waiting for. Your first ever Mystery Box Challenge.
We want you all to take whatever ingredients you find under those boxes and transform them into something that shows us who you are as a cook.
We'll taste everything as you cook. Remember, we miss nothing.
The person with the best dish will get a huge advantage in the next stage of the competition. Trust me, you want to win this one. It's the biggest advantage that we have ever given to a Mystery Box winner.
On the count of 3, you'll lift your boxes. 1, 2, 3, lift!
This is mine.
Look around.
No way.
Oh, they're all different.
Like a can in. Do any of you recognize what's in front of you?
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef.
This is my refrigerator.
My kitchen.
I have turmeric, I have goat cheese, feta cheese. I'm like, they made this for me.
That's right. You all have a selection of ingredients that each of you left behind in your very own kitchen when you left to travel here.
Unfortunately, back home, I cook so eclectically and make so many varieties of dishes that now I have a bunch of different ingredients that don't fit together. What's a girl to do?
We want to get to know you through your food, but I just want to be clear. We're not looking for any old dish that you'd make at home. This is your chance to prove to us that you deserve to stay here and that you deserve to keep that apron on.
Is everybody ready to make us the best dish of your lives?
Yes!
Your 1 hour starts now. This is it, the very best 22. I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, 13 states represented this year.
Wow.
Illinois, Jersey, Texas, Louisiana.
I love that. I mean, that's the best part about food right now, right? The diversity of cultures and flavors, regardless of what state you're from.
Woo! Intensity. That's me.
This is very different than being at home.
Christina, this is their first big challenge and your first big mystery box as a judge. What do you think?
I am so excited to join the search for the next MasterChef.
Back in New Orleans, Louisiana, this is stuff I always find in my fridge, and you know, I'm comfortable with using. I'm doing spicy wings with a side salad. I'm gonna pan-sear the chicken, and then I'm gonna make a spicy Cajun sauce to glaze it. I'm just trying to get it done, trying to get the flavors right, and elevate a basic dish.
Beautiful.
Heather,
Yes.
tell me about the dish.
So I'm making a coconut curry soup, and I'm gonna be making...
No protein.
No protein. I'm actually Indian, but even further than that, I'm Gujarati Indian. It's a state I'm from, and most Gujaratis don't eat meat.
You know the competition's fierce. How do you think you're going to fare when you have to go through each and every stage, having to cook the most exotic proteins?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little nervous just because I've never really been around it, but I really want to surprise people.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm doing a pan-seared black cod with a purple cauliflower puree. I'm gonna roast some Brussels sprouts. This is gonna be the most beautiful plate any rocker has put on a dish. This is my stage. I'm here to win.
30 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Chef.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So this looks like pâte à choux to me.
This is pâte à choux, or eclairs. I'm gonna do my Italian version of a savory eclair, actually.
Interesting. I like the risk-taking. If you can pull it off, I know we'll be impressed for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Chef.
Good luck, Dan.
Katrina,
Yes, chef.
you look like you're in the zone.
Thanks.
What's the dish?
It's a pork tenderloin schnitzel.
Right. Ooh, wow. What's in there?
Bacon, apple cider
Wow.
vinegar.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
You love cooking, right?
Yeah, it's the best thing about life.
Now, why didn't you come to us 5 years ago?
I didn't have the confidence.
Really?
No,
You
no.
kidding me?
I didn't see myself here, and this year I did.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Stay here for a long time, will you?
I will.
Especially cooking cabbage like that. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you.
We are coming up to the last 10 minutes.
Timing is everything.
Wow, it's exciting.
It smells awesome. I'm so psyched by the level this year.
So, guys, we're tasting the top 3 dishes. Who do you have your eye on?
Katrina's braised cabbage and bacon, incredible.
Behind is Dan, who's making savory eclairs,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that sounds good.
60 seconds to go.
Think about plating, garnishing, wiping.
Finishing touches,
Push, guys.
speed up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Hands in the air.
Oh, I did it.
Finishing touches.
We want to see you on a plate.
Push, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Hands in the air.
Oh, I did it.
Well done. Let's go.
After observing and tasting throughout the Mystery Box Challenge,
Wow.
the judges now take one final look
This came out nice.
to determine which dishes stand out.
It was so nice to see you guys working with the ingredients that you are most familiar with. Great looking dishes. But there are 3 dishes that we want to take an even closer look at. This first home cook really stuck to their roots. It was a clever interpretation of their home-cooked dish. Please step forward. Katrina.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect it to have Gordon Ramsay say my name. I'm so grateful. I'm floating up to heaven.
Katrina, describe the dish, please.
It is a pork schnitzel with braised red cabbage with bacon and Christmas peas, which is what my mom makes every Christmas.
The visual impact, it looks beautiful. And you've got finesse. How long did you cook the bacon with the cabbage?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Any acidity in the cabbage?
Yes, apple cider vinegar.
It's hearty, it's warm, it's got charm, it's everything we wanted to see tonight. And the pork, delicious, could be done with 30 seconds less cooking.
Okay.
However, you've got that sumptuous richness of the cabbage and the bacon and your mum's Christmas peas. You know, right now I feel like Father Christmas just jumped down the chimney. Great job.
Thank you.
The braised cabbage is so good. You have the perfect balance of sweet and acidity. For me, the schnitzel is delicious, but I would have loved to see more color, a little bit more breading. It's the only thing that's sort of holding me back a little bit between like loving this dish and loving this dish.
Yep.
But man, do I love that braised red cabbage.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
So, tell me exactly about the dish, the inspiration behind it.
I grew up in a Slovenian-German family. We would make schnitzel once in a while, and I hope you like it.
I don't really like it. I love it. I think it's delicious. I mean, it's so good, right? I love that you got your heritage on the plate here. That's like cooking where you go back in time, you know, old world, Europe, stewing those kind of things down, and they just taste great.
Oh,
good job.
Thank you.
Next up, this dish is definitely this home cook on a plate. It's beautifully delicious to look at, and man, perfectly seasoned. Please step forward. Dan.
I feel incredible right now. Of all those amazing dishes out there, I'm one of the top 3, and everybody's on notice here. I came to play. So this is a savory take on a pâte de choux. There's a creamy mushroom filling with 2 sauces, a deep tomato sauce and a basil pesto.
Have you done this dish before?
I've never actually done it in a savory way quite like this.
So, with pâte de choux, with these sort of cream puff casings, the filling inside should be creamy and fluffy, and there's nothing worse than a pâte de choux ball that's underfilled. You either have it totally right or you have it totally wrong. And you got them right. Beautiful consistency, perfectly filled. I'm really impressed, both in the sweet end and the savory end. You took a risk in sort of combining those 2 things, and it really worked. Man, you guys gotta watch out.
Dan, where are you from?
Chicago. Represent Chicago Italian.
Describe the sauce. How did you make the sauce underneath?
My mom taught me how to make red sauce since I was little, and working with tomatoes, they can be acidic, so adding a little butter to add some richness really balances it out.
Really delicious. It's a gallant, brave, strong, thoughtful effort. A bit too much cream for me. However, there's heart there.
Thank you very much.
Now, the next dish that we want to examine further, that home cook showed really creative thinking. This home cook put some complex flavors on the plate. They also showed that they had a lot of guts. Please step forward. Hethel.
What? My spices and my flavors are on point. I want to make a huge impression on the judges and let them know, like, hey, look out for me.
Tell us what you have.
It's a coconut curry soup, and I made a coconut red chili chutney on top, and cilantro, mint, and basil oil.
Holy, that's so good. The flavor balance is perfect. Sweet, spice, acidity, richness. You're definitely batting 1,000 when it comes to that flavor control. You know, you could probably beef it up, you know, with some lentils or something else kind of with that. But good job.
Thank you so much.
I'm surprised that you got something so flavoursome with such little ingredients. You know, the garlic comes through. Love the shallots at the bottom. Is this the kind of thing you would cook for your husband?
Yeah, my husband loves coconut-based soups, and he loves South Indian food, and it's really typical.
Your husband's a lucky man, let me tell you. I'd come home for dinner early 7 next week with that soup. The depth of flavour feels like it's been cooked for 4 hours. Could have done with a bit more heat, but a great job.
Thank you so much.
Katrina, Dan, Ethel, 3 incredible dishes. But there can only ever be one winner.
Katrina made this beautiful schnitzel, and Dan's Italian dish is pretty, and he showed skill, but I also showed skill with little to no ingredients. I made something out of nothing. I have to win.
The best mystery box dish, congratulations, goes to... The best mystery box dish, congratulations, goes to... Dan. Oh, great job. Well done.
Thank you so much. I have the #1 dish today, so right now I'm riding this high.
And look who is standing on top.
But I know there's 21 other competitors right behind me, and I'm gonna work my butt off to make sure that I keep them behind me.
Let's go.
As the winner of the Mystery Box Challenge, Dan is in control of the first elimination test.
Please, come over.
At the end of this challenge, at least one home cook will leave the competition.
Congratulations, Dan. You won the very first Mystery Box Challenge. Your first advantage is you will not have to cook in the upcoming elimination test.
I'm sure you've noticed all these incredible desserts up here.
Wow.
This is a chef's dream, and they all have one major thing in common. Each and every one was created by Christina Tosi.
It's incredible.
Christina is truly one of the most revered pastry chefs anywhere in the world. Christina, you're still in your early 30s. Where did it all start for you?
I was raised by women that love to bake. So moms, grandmas, aunts, and they took me under their wing. And I loved it so much that I went to New York City and I went to culinary school and I worked my way up until I opened my own place. So in my bakery, Milk Bar in New York City, we make pies. We make some crazy pies, cookies in all different flavors. And then we make these ridiculous layered cakes. But tonight, I'm not gonna ask anyone to try and make one of my crazy, difficult creations. Instead, there's a benchmark for all bakers, something that every great American home cook should know how to make. Apple pie. The true American classic. Flaky crust, cradling that perfectly spiced filling. When you get it right, it's delicious.
Dan, for your second advantage.
Here is a bag, and you're gonna fill it up with apples. Now, this is gonna be a big, big strategic moment for you.
Are you ready to find out what you'll be facing in tonight's elimination challenge?
Yes, chef.
Tonight, you are baking. Apple pie.
Holy crap. Baking in general is a bit of a weakness for me, but as a teacher, if my students were in this situation, I would tell them to concentrate on the positive and do their best.
Tonight, I want to see your take on this classic apple pie.
Dan does not have to cook tonight. And there's another huge advantage that Dan got back in the pantry.
We asked Dan to pick as many apples as he wanted, knowing that each apple represented salvation for a home cook.
So those who don't get an apple will have to bake and will be staring elimination in the face. Dan, it's time to make some friends and a few enemies.
Yes, chef.
Go ahead and hand out those apples.
The decision-making is almost political to some extent.
Oh, you're the best.
I can use this advantage in a couple different ways.
Thank you.
Are they someone that I want to kind of make an ally and give them an apple and save them here? I saved some people because I thought they might be winning challenges in the future so that they can save me later.
Yes!
It's kind of all about building friends and building enemies.
Oh, baby.
But at the end of the day, it's a competition. Everybody's an enemy at some point.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Maybe, man. I think this is my last one.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Good luck, guys. I'll be up there.
All of you with an apple head up to the safety of the balcony.
You 9 will be baking tonight to avoid elimination. And 2 of you will be going home. You will all have just 90 minutes to make us an incredible apple pie.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Chef, your 90 minutes starts now.
Come on.
And all of my grandkids love my apple pie. I'm super stoked about baking this pie. I can't remember how many apple pies I've made in my lifetime. A gazillion.
Let's go. Christina, we put you in control. Why apple pie?
There's no hiding behind anything when you make an apple pie. You either have the basic techniques down, or you don't.
So what's the A to Z of apple pie work?
Apple pie starts with a crust. You take flour, some sugar, a little salt, some sort of fat. I like to use butter. From there, it's all about the filling. Making the apples, slicing them, and seasoning them, getting them ready to go into the pie crust.
So the biggest mistake tonight potentially would be what? Crust too thin?
The thickness, I think, will be a real struggle.
One thing I learned being a drummer, being in the music business, is when you overplay, you overdo it, you ruin it. So I'm gonna make a really spectacular, simple Granny Smith apple pie with a little rock and roll flair in the whipped cream. I'm gonna do a bourbon whipped cream.
I'm making my mom's apple pie. She uses Honeycrisp apples and Granny Smith apples. I'm gonna use a little mint and a little bit of fresh ginger.
I'm gonna make apple pie with a caramel walnut raisin hat. I think the taste will be amazing. If the judges don't love this, then they gotta check their medication.
Hi, Veronica.
Hi, Christina.
Are these graham crackers?
Yes.
So what do you have planned with the graham crackers?
I bake the butter crust first.
Okay.
And then I bake the graham cracker crust a second time just before the other one's done. The flavor together is amazing.
And that's what you have planned for your apple pie?
I cook creatively, so I create as I go.
That's risky.
Yes, but that's who I am.
Okay, good luck.
Right, Livia, how you doing?
Great.
Confident?
Yes.
Talk about the crust. What's the top? Are you going lattice? Are you going round? What are you doing?
I don't know if I'm doing a crust.
You don't know if you're doing a crust?
I don't know if I'm doing a crust yet.
But what did Christina request?
She asked for apple pie.
Apple pie. What does that mean?
I know that it's apple pie, but I gotta do me.
Apple pie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm doing a crust.
You don't know if you're doing a crust?
I don't know if I'm doing a crust yet.
But what did Christina request?
She asked for apple pie.
Apple pie. What does that mean?
I know that it's apple pie, but I gotta do me.
Apple pie.
Hmm? I guess, yeah, pie has a crust. I was thinking more of a tart. You're right. You're right, Gordon. Gordon's always right. I guess I'm doing crust.
Tell me about the filling. What you got in there? Blueberries?
Blueberry, almond, lemon zest. There's a little bit of almond extract, goat cheese.
Wow. Goat's cheese, blueberry. Why together on a night like tonight?
I want there to be that like fine line between savory and sweet.
Goat's cheese apple pie.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Mateo.
Yes.
You're a teacher, so you should have had all kinds of students trying to butter you up with apples, right?
Exactly.
Tell me about the filling.
I added some ginger, some fresh ground cardamom, a little bit of nutmeg, a touch of cinnamon, and a little bit of lemon zest.
It's a lot going on. I mean, I
It
know you're
is.
going with the spice route, but, you know, a lot of those, as they cook down, they can get really concentrated. Did you get that right mix in there?
I think it's there.
Good luck.
Wow. Come on, let's go!
Your pies should be on their way into that oven.
Graham, who's looking good?
To me, Christopher. I think, you know, he's cocky, he's whistling, but that pie looks good.
I'm really nervous about Charlie. Charlie's because the apples are way too big.
Right.
I don't think he's rolled his pastry out even.
So how's Sarah doing?
She is super confident, cool, calm. I mean, this one was in the bag for her. I mean, she's almost like working with her eyes closed. 15 minutes to go. All of you, speed up.
There's no single apple pie that's the same in this kitchen.
Right. Everybody's got so many different things going on.
They're starting to come out. Last minute.
Come on, guys, push!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Hands in the air. Well done. That was an intense 90 minutes. Let's start off with Veronica.
I look at this flying saucer of clumpiness. It's not my prettiest apple pie, but I know that the flavors are there.
Describe the dish.
Well, the dish is,
Tell me the name of the dish.
it's an apple pie. A very simple apple pie.
Right. Can I borrow those glasses 2 seconds, please? Let's be honest. That does not look like a simple apple pie. Let's get that right. Okay, and what have you got in there?
It is a delicious, buttery, caramel walnut apple pie.
Right, you're an amazing grandmother. You've got a big family. How many times a month do you cook apple pie?
I don't cook apple pie a lot. I make a lot of birthday cakes.
Wow. What have you done to the top of the pastry?
I rolled into the pastry dough the graham crackers.
Okay, here's the real bizarre thing. That pie actually tastes delicious. Crust is delicious, caramel's tasty, looks a mess, but it tastes delicious. Damn, tastes good. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, that pie is delicious. Thank you. It's really good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Use just the right amount of sugar, just the right amount of cinnamon, just the right amount of cornstarch. I mean, it's a beautiful cross-section of pie. You know, for me, this challenge is about, like, basic techniques. And you clearly know how to roll out a pie crust evenly. Really great job. Thank you.
I like the cook on the apples. Tastes 10 times better than it looks. Nice, assertive use of cinnamon. I would definitely take another slice.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
sir. Thank you.
Right, next up, Christopher.
I feel very nervous because I've never made an apple pie before, but I'm ready to prove myself.
Let's go.
I'm ready to make the judges respect me.
Christopher.
Chef Ramsay. I'm not just about talking the talk, I'm about walking the walk.
Describe your pie.
I did a maple syrup and bourbon filling, some cinnamon, pinch of nutmeg, and I put 5 tablespoons of cornstarch.
5 tablespoons of cornstarch. I can build a house with that. Why 5 tablespoons?
The cornstarch I needed to thicken up the bourbon in case it didn't evaporate enough. I didn't want a big soupy mess, because then you'd be like, this little guy, you know, he sucks. He's, look at this. I don't know. I thought it was a good measurement.
5 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Half a cup.
I get it. I don't know. Just eat it.
Oh my God. Five tablespoons of cornstarch.
I thought it was a good measurement.
5 tablespoons.
Yeah. I don't know. Just eat it.
Oh my God. Oof. What is it with you and that defensiveness? What is it? Little chip on the shoulder?
Yeah, been picked on a lot, you know, the natural defense mechanism. Listen, I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Christopher, do you have any idea how many times I've been picked on in my life? Thick-skinned, let it bounce off.
Okay, gotcha.
Proof's in the what?
In the food.
There you go. Right, what kind of apples did you use?
I used Granny Smith. I figured Grandma can't be wrong.
You're funny.
Why?
You're just funny. I mean, you've got a great sense of humor and you light up the room, but I just want you to relax. Because that is delicious.
Thanks. At least I did something right.
Apples, delicious. Pastry, cooked beautifully. Color, amazing. But it's definitely up there. Good job.
Thanks, Chef. Appreciate
Love it.
that. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, really. That means the world to me.
Good job. Yeah, Chris.
Good work, Chris.
The next apple pie that we'd like to taste belongs to Olivia.
On a scale of 1 to hate this pie, I hate this pie. I'm so angry. It's not what I wanted it to be. If someone gave me the option to shave my head or serve you this pie right now, I would shave my head.
So you're not proud of it?
No.
What is it?
It's a goat cheese apple and blueberry pie flavored with lemon and almond.
The lemon blueberry kind of works with the apple. Really tasty. The goat cheese, totally nix. With the pie, it just does not belong. It's just weird. You get that weird goaty farm kind of flavor in there, and you don't know what's going on. So, huge miss.
I love the polka dot top. From a flavor standpoint, goat cheese is such a poignant flavor. I think another cheese, like a ricotta or a mascarpone, could have been nice instead. I think you were going in the right direction from an inspiration standpoint, but definitely not a success.
Right, next up, Derek. Let's go. Derek.
Yes, chef.
Describe your pie.
I did a Granny Smith apple pie. I did put a little orange zest in there for some fragrance, a little brown sugar in the filling to get a little caramelization. I did a butter crust with a lattice top. Kept it simple.
Delicious. Fragrant. Texture of the apples, nicely done. Pastry, crispy, flaky, melting in the mouth. The thing you're missing is just more apples.
Noted.
Steven!
I mixed several types of apples, and I put a little mascarpone cheese here and caramel and a little crabapple garnish.
I love the balance of flavor that you toss the apples with.
What?
Pastry crust, nice and flaky and delicate. The problem with any pastry crust, no matter how delicate and flaky, if you don't bake it long enough, it still tastes raw.
All right, the next apple pie that we'd like to taste, Charlie.
I got a grandma's apple pie with Granny Smith apples on it.
Looking at it, it looks kind of like the pie that you would steal out of someone's windowsill. Rustic, but with a lot of charm. The filling, good. The crust, great. But the technique isn't there. I know you can do better, though. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Charlie. Next up, Mateo, please. Right. Describe the pie, please.
We have here a ginger cardamom apple pie with a salted bourbon caramel glaze.
Oh. Oh. It's just disintegrating. Look how thick the apples are. So the apples are way too thick. And you've got the pastry that is way too thin to sustain the weight of the apples. So you've got all fancy with the trellising and the caramel, but the content is the pie, the filling, and nailing those apples. Damn.
The spice, like the ginger for me, is just a little too much. I taste more ginger, more of that cardamom before I taste anything else. It seems to be all about everything except for the apples. This one really doesn't make the grade.
The next apple pie we want to try belongs to Sarah. Damn, it's a big pie, Sarah. Walk me through exactly what's going on here.
Back in Wisconsin, we have all kinds of apple orchards, and every fall, this is the hot ticket item, the caramel pecan apple pie. There's apples with a good amount of cinnamon and some toasted pecans, and then on the top, we have some caramel sauce, as well as some glazed pecans.
It's like a slice of autumn. You know, you can be blindfolded and taste it, and you know what it's like outside. The color, the sheen, the flavor, texture, it's textbook. It's delicious. Good job.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Last up, Brianna. Hi, Brianna.
Hello.
What do you got for me?
I made a apple pie with a little bit of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar, brown sugar, and mint.
Okay, first of all, I want to commend you for your lattice work. It's beautiful. However, it's very, very watery.
I thought I put them in the oven fast enough, but apparently I didn't.
It is literally like apple soup. It feels like you've just sort of crashed to the bottom. It's very, very watery. It is literally like apple soup. When I'm making apple pie at home, if I'm worried about my apples sort of bleeding out too much liquid, I'll toss them in the cornstarch before I toss them in the sugar and the spices and stuff like that. The apples are nice and tart, but sort of lacking real depth of flavor. The liquid makes it hard to eat. Two are going home. I hope one of them is not you. Thank you.
Thank you. My pie wasn't the best. It might have been a little bit soupy, but my flavors were there. And I have hope these simple mistakes aren't enough to send me home.
That was your first taste of an elimination test. There was one standout apple pie. This home cook really baked with confidence. Congratulations, Christopher.
I feel so excited right now. I'm the champ. I'm the pie king. I believe everyone now sees the dedication I have and the skill sets I have.
Good job.
Thank you. I proved to everyone that I can deliver.
Now for the bad news. The 3 worst pies of the night. Please come and join us down front. Brianna.
The second disappointment, Matteo.
And Olivia.
Bad news is that 2 of you 3 home cooks will be going home. Please step forward. Matteo, you are a high school teacher, and your summer break has come early. It's time to take the apron off and put it back on your station. Thank you, Matteo.
Thank you for the opportunity. I am proud of what I've done. I have come further than tens of thousands of people who've tried to be here, so I have nothing to be ashamed of. And just because I'm leaving early doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to cook, just never an apple pie.
Brianna, your pie was clumsy and just not your best performance. Olivia, You cook in a confused manner because you had the basics set up for success, but then you blended it with goat's cheese. That didn't work. There's very little separating both your apple pies. Olivia, step forward. Olivia, you are going back to the bench. Say goodnight to Brianna.
I'm so grateful that I have another opportunity to continue on and cook again in the MasterChef kitchen. I literally want to like run back up and give each of the judges a hug.
Brianna, you cook with heart, you cook with passion, but tonight, that was not your best performance. Continue cooking and keep that head up high. Please, take your apron off and say goodnight. Thank you.
Leaving here today it's bittersweet. I'm sad that I went so soon, but it's okay, you know? I get to go see my kids. I get to go work on starting my actual career. I have a lot of passion. I love to cook. I know I'm gonna succeed in the culinary world. Big up, guys.
Next time on MasterChef.
Are you ready for the ride of your lives?
It's the first team challenge of the season.
Here are our guests.
This is gonna be insane.
And the top 20
Let's go.
Come on, come on, come on.
are in for an emotional roller coaster.
Stop! That is ice cold and raw. Right now, this is dangerous.
But for some home cooks, the ride comes to an end.
Oh my God.
In the dreaded pressure test.
What in the is that?
One potato, two potato.